So I know that this looks a little bit like Blue Streak, but that's actually a drawing I made. It's not even a picture, believe it or not. Wow. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mario. This is a channel all about amusement park type stuff, but mostly coasters. And per usual, if you hear any noises in the background, it's the cat. And today in my never-ending journey to rank and review every single coaster I have ever been on, we're going to be talking about Blue Streak at Cedar Point. And let's go ahead and kick things off by looking at the stats of this coaster. Blue Streak is a PTC wooden coaster with a maximum height of 78 feet, a top speed of 40 miles per hour, a track length of 2,558 feet, which contributes to a ride duration of 45 seconds. Blue Streak opened in 1964, making it Cedar Point's oldest currently operating roller coaster. Now, since Blue Streak is an older ride, it isn't nearly as popular as the other attractions at Cedar Point. It usually has one of the shortest waits in the park, so it's a nice ride to hit up when all the other lines are long. Now, one of the downsides of it being an older attraction is that the coaster can be a little bumpy, and from my experiences, a bit temperamental as well. Now, I have never ridden this ride and found it to be particularly painful or even uncomfortable, honestly, but for more sensitive riders, I could see them considering this to be a bit rough. Additionally, this coaster is smoother on some days than others, and I feel like I've also had some rides that are super fast feeling and some rides that are super slow feeling. So just know that this ride is a bit temperamental. Taking all that into consideration, I would consider Blue Streak to be a very fun family thrill coaster that is a bit more intense than other family thrill coasters. As far as the layout goes, Blue Streak offers a classic out and back layout that consists almost entirely of small airtime hills. And for a ride that is over 50 years old, this attraction does provide a decent helping of airtime. But for more on that, let's look at the on-ride experience. You begin your ride by slowly crawling out of the station, and you turn into a trench, so the track is slightly below ground level. I don't know why I find this to be slightly amusing, but I do. You then head up your classic clickety-clackety lift hill, and if the sound of a lift hill on an old wooden coaster doesn't scream classic coaster nostalgia, I don't know what does. As you slowly make your way to your max height, you'll pass through a gazebo at the top of the lift and head down your relatively unimpressive first drop. This drop provides minimal sensations to your body as far as G-forces are concerned, but in the back you will get a decent amount of floater airtime. Going over the first and arguably best airtime hill, you will be treated to a very pleasant pop of either ejector airtime or very strong floater airtime. And the reason that I like this hill so much is because it is so low to the ground, and you're hitting it right after reaching your top speed, so compared to the hills later on, it is just so much more forceful and impactful. The next hill is very similar in almost every way, but in addition to the good airtime, you'll also get a little bit of laterals transitioning into the hill as you do a slight left turn that is completely unbanked. So you get an exciting jolt of laterals before experiencing more great airtime in every row. And the cat, can you just chill out? The following hill is the largest so far and thus the least exciting, because by the time you crest the top of the hill, you essentially get no airtime or any other forces, so this hill is considerably more bland compared to the first two. At the bottom of this large hill, you hit a slight right-hand turn that is also slightly banked, so you don't get a ton of laterals. Next, you head up into a turnaround that is relatively high off the ground. This turnaround is pretty much the only part of the coaster that hurts the ride's pacing, which is otherwise one of the better aspects of this coaster. Coming out of the turnaround, you pick up most of the speed that you had lost before hitting another low to the ground airtime hill that reintroduces airtime back into your ride. The airtime on this hill is not nearly as strong as the first two, but it definitely does provide variety to the forces you're experiencing by floating you out of your seat as opposed to ejecting you out of it. The following two hills provide very, very, very mild floater airtime at best, but you do still traverse them at a high enough speed to maintain a fast-paced ride experience. You then hit a small unbanked kink to the right, which provides another little jolt of lateral G-forces, sliding you to the left side of the train before hitting another floater hill that ends in yet another unbanked tiny turn. The last little hop up into the final brake run provides even more, you guessed it, floater airtime. And that's the end of your ride on Blue Streak. So, what would I rate this coaster out of 10? While Blue Streak's layout is definitely lacking in variety, with almost the entirety of the ride being airtime hills, it does provide a decent amount of variety as far as forces are concerned. You have ejector airtime, floater airtime, no airtime, and the several moments of brief laterals are a nice change of pace as well. Speaking of pace, you go through the layout relatively quickly, which is definitely something to be admired as well. Overall, I think this ride is deserving of a 6.5 out of 10. By no means is it my favorite ride at Cedar Point, but I have enjoyed every single ride I've gotten on it. All of that lands it at number 114 out of the 229 roller coasters that I have currently been on. But that's enough of my thoughts on Blue Streak. I'd love to know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more content like this. And make sure to tune in next time where I'll be talking about whatever this wheel lands on. Oh no, I've only been on this coaster once, but you live by the wheel, you die by the wheel. Clickety clackety clickety clackety.